Good evening. Today is August 28, 2023, and it is about 6:05 p.m. This is a meeting of the Streets and Sidewalks Committee, and to my right is Councilwoman Lynn Schnee, and to my left is Councilman Sam Pearson. I'm Bob Phillips, the chair. Tonight we're here to hear a staff recommendation or request for a bidding authorization on our West Main Street Corridor Improvements Project Phase 2, and I understand Mrs. Rhodes is going to present the staff report.
Good evening. Yes, so I'm here to request authorization for the bidding for Phase 2 West Main Street. We are here. This is a good deal. $8 million, it's a great deal, $8 million. We're asking for a cost not to exceed. This project started back in 2016, so we have been to you several times through the years, and actually right now the West Main, the Phase 2 area is actually where the utility companies are relocating from overhead to buried. AES has recently completed that work, and so they've topped the poles, and then we're coordinating with Frontier, Spectrum, MetroNet. I think those are the three primary overhead utility companies there to get them buried before this West Main Street project starts, Phase 2 starts. So Phase 2 is essentially from Ridge Avenue all the way to 75, widening, feeling a lot like what we did for Phase 1, the widening, putting the tree lawn in, redoing the curbs, redoing the sidewalk. So we will be encroaching on these properties a little bit more. We have obtained all of the right-of-ways and or appropriated, which we were to a committee earlier this spring, or earlier this summer, I should say. And then improving the Dorset Road intersection signal, adding a right drop lane, and then a dual left from Dorset northbound to westbound West Main. And project's estimated to take, we're hoping 12 months, but the Phase 1 was 12 to 18 months, so it's kind of up in the air talking about that. And we anticipate it'll start spring of 2024. So we're going to bid it this fall, hopefully get some good prices, and then contractor will start when winter breaks in 24. So we have the majority of it budgeted. You can see the funds that we've noted in there, 441. The remainder will come out of 441, which we keep an eye on if additional funds are needed. We have obtained over $4 million. So we have $3 million in STP funds. We have urban paving, which was just shy of $500,000, and then we also were able to obtain OPWC, $600,000 in OPWC funds. So with that, staff, engineering department's requesting authorization for a cost not to exceed the $8 million.
Just as a matter of conversation, after we deal with this, I'm going to ask you just to put on the record an update of Phase 1, where we are currently.
Yep.
Just so that folks, if they view this, will have current information.
Perfect.
So, okay. I don't have any particular questions on this. The right-of-ways are done. That was one question. The project design is done. This is just construction.
Yep, just construction.
Got it. Okay. I don't have any other questions.
I just wanted to confirm, I heard you say all of the underground utilities will be done before Phase 2 begins.
Well, we're pushing them. It's always contractors and attachers, utility companies, they work by deadline. So we have been in conversation with them for 5 years. We continue to reach out to them every other week, kind of saying, hey, where are we at? MetroNet, last I had heard, was ready to go. So we have, and then Frontier, I know we've been in communication with them, so they have to be getting close. Spectrum Charter, they had a turnover of employees when MetroNet came online, so we're a little bit intermittent with them, but we continue to hunt them down and try and get them, So, and then you probably in the last couple of weeks have seen actually relocation by CenterPoint Energy right there at the Norwich intersection. They are doing a directional drill. So it actually says Miller Pipeline out there. That's due to CenterPoint Energy trying to get under that ditch.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Pierce?
You mentioned Phase 1. I just want to make sure we were on track financially, that there's no surprises coming to us financially on Phase 1.
We're not aware of any, but no, we're on track with that,
Yeah.
time-wise and financially,
Thank you.
with one block exception.
Yeah.
But let's deal with this here, with
No,
phase two, with
Mr.
appropriation.
Chair, we are not asking for emergency legislation.
Right.
Correct.
No other questions on what's here?
No.
Okay. Anyone else in the audience with any questions on this item? Okay. Seeing none, what is your wish with this?
Move forward.
Okay, it's unanimous with the committee that we move forward as staff is requesting here. Now, moving back into phase one.
Yep.
Again, on time-ish.
Yep.
Exception of the one block and it's under litigation, et cetera. When is the final paving layer projected? Do
Yep.
we have a time on that?
Yeah. So, right now what they're working on is the boulevard in between Adams and Elm. That is the final piece, getting that boulevard in, getting the curbs in, which is supposed to be shortly after Labor Day, and then kind of doing the restoration. Once they get the curb in, once they get that in, they estimated that to take about a month, so that was second to third week of September, and then they're gonna go directly into asphalting. So they will then do the whole grinding off the 3 inches where it's needed, like they did the other sections, put in back 1.5 inches. We'll have a little bit, there'll probably be a week or so in there, I'm estimating a week, that they will be adjusting the final manholes to grade after they grind it and put that intermediate course, and then they'll be coming back to do the entire street, final pave from Ridge all the way to downtown. What they are also doing right now, they're working, we have streetlight poles that are in, so the Parham, one of the subcontractors, the Double J, will be in to put streetlight poles up. We're also waiting in the next day or so to get Elm Street, Main and Elm to be electrified, AES to provide an electric service there, so that we can make that signal, light that new signal up. And then we are also waiting on intelligence at the signals to be delivered. I think we're waiting on a couple pieces and parts, and so we're waiting for that to be delivered. Right now, all the signals are just kind of in recall mode, so there's no side street detection or intelligence there right now. Also...
And when you mention the street lights, that includes the mast arms at Plum Street, which are the only ones that are not up yet, including the new stoplights.
Yeah, yes, I agree. We are waiting on delivery of Plum Street, the traffic signal and the large mast arms that are decorative down there. And then I was going to say at Plum Street, we're also putting in the concrete crosswalks. Like that was an upgrade with the streetscape that'll kind of pull out and highlight those crosswalks a little bit more right there at Plum Street, and then we'll be waiting for the remainder of those crosswalks after, as a part of the streetscape. But
So we're basically on target for the November finish date?
Yes.
On the original projection?
Yep.
Got it. Okay. All right, that's all I have.
Any other questions?
Nope. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, any other items to come before the Streets and Sidewalks Committee?
No, sir.
I wasn't having a stroke. You got it. Okay, then seeing none, we are then adjourned. Thanks.